I can't believe I'm talking about Adam and Eve 19 years down the line, because it all started very easily actually. My daughter was getting married, she was 21. I was 45 and certainly not thinking of retirement. But because she was that young and her husband was also young, the family wanted to help. So it was like, why don't you have a wedding gift list so that we can buy what you need?
And we did that. And then getting the actual things for the wedding, lots of things we couldn't find, didn't like stuff that we saw. So we had to actually bring some things in.
So after she had her first baby a few months down the line, I find it awkward when you leave the house help completely with the baby and they know that you are off at work somewhere and you are not going to get back till about 8 at night. I told my husband that, look, we need to find something for them to do. And he said, well, it was difficult to find the things for their wedding gift list here. So maybe a shop like that. That was the beginning.
Adam and Eve, essentially maybe a baby of some kind of accident. Started off as a shop where you can pick your wedding gifts. The idea started about 19 years ago, as you said, when our daughter was getting married.
My husband, he did mass comm, so the name came from him. Adam and Eve, actually the first home on earth. Because as far as we know, that's the first home, Adam and Eve, the first couple. So obviously the first home. So that was the beginning and that was the name. Adam and Eve started as the boardroom of the finance house I was running at the time, John Knight Investment Limited. But later, it then moved to this premises, a very different premises from this.
You should see some of the old pictures.
I remember our very first trade fair. Of course, neither of us had any experience of buying, but we know what we like. So we took off and went off to Germany, Ambiente.
That exhibition was quite an experience because you go in and you're like, oh my goodness, it's like hall after hall, floor after floor of product after product.
Till today, I think it's the biggest fair in Europe. And we had this 5-month baby with us. We would push the pram round and go around the fairs. And at the end of the day, my daughter would be so tired. And the baby hadn't slept all night. I would be busy jiggling the baby. She would be fast asleep. And in the midst of it, the following day was there. And we would walk and walk and walk. But it was so interesting.
And then it started growing. Then at some stage, she lost interest and the current MD took it over and changed things around a bit.
It wasn't something I wanted to do every day. I just wanted a little bit more, so.
Her husband was also a partner in the business. Both of them decided to move out. I, who never thought I could trade, was suddenly in love with the business of Adam and Eve.
I still come in, obviously, and support my mom. I'm really proud of her, what she's done with it. I think this is more her than me, so.
So Adam and Eve today is known for one-stop shop where you can virtually get everything you need for your lifestyle, apart from the clothing and shoes, and apart from your cars also.
When you come into Adam and Eve, people actually think it's expensive. You pay for what you get. That's the bottom line.
You have to just experience the spirit of Adam and Eve.
My experience with Adam and Eve is pretty generational.
Not quite like anything I had experienced, locally.
My late mom, Dr. Abimbola Silva, and her sister, Besto, late Chief Mrs. Memi Roshiji. They always used to shop here for wedding presents, for significant birthday presents, and whenever they wanted really special presents for the very special people, they always used to come to Adam and Eve.
Actually, some going by Bank Anthony will think it is just that building they are seeing. They cannot figure that it extends from the back onto Isaac John.
Personally speaking, when I'm traveling by air, I always leave my house like an hour or an hour and a half ahead of time so that there's no rushing. And on this particular day, as I was driving down Bank Anthony Way, I looked to my left and there was this exquisite display in this huge shop window and I just couldn't resist. And so I asked the driver to turn around and we go find this shop, and ta-da, it's Adam&Eve Homeware store. And from the moment I approached the doors and they opened, there's this very pleasant individual that welcomes you with this big warm smile. They're obviously expecting you. Not only are they expecting you, they're expecting you to spend your money. And guess what? There's so much to spend it on here.
Walking into the shop is still the best experience of the shop. I have people who confirm that oh, I feel so stressed out. So I just walked through the shop so that I can feel better. And if that's what we do, I'm glad.
What we've always tried to do is sort of maintain the quality, get people to stop thinking of your home as just that place you pass through. You have to live it. It's your castle, it's yours. So you can have things in there that make life simpler, make it more interesting.
First, there's the assurance, virtual guarantee of very high quality products. Products that will stand the test of time, and we put a name behind all the products we sell.
Adam&Eve is like a little Aladdin's cave. You can come in and discover different things.
And it's like being in a candy store. Whenever you come shopping, you can actually shop for your entire home.
I think they do a great job with their window displays because that's what will draw you in. But when you do come in, my goodness, I felt like a child that had been let loose in a candy store. I didn't know where to begin.
I have a motto. If I can't use it, I can't sell it. So if it's not the quality that I would use, I can't sell it.
You have things for the bedroom, for the dining room, for the living room, for your garden, for your kitchen, and they're really exquisite.
So the beauty makes you stop. The knowledge of the product makes you buy. And that is how you get what you have here.
For me, the most mind-boggling thing was I didn't have to travel too far. It's right here, just a few minutes away from your home. You have it right here at your fingertips, everything you could possibly desire.
If you get a flask from Adam&Eve, it's not your run-of-the-mill flask. It's a different kind of flask.
Does it cost a pretty penny? I won't lie. But if you're like me, you work hard for your money, and you want value for your money, I think Adam&Eve is a place to go, or a place to come to. The home of exquisite homeware items.
Our prices are actually quite good. For what you're getting good deals. Because if you try buying, bringing it in yourself, try putting together this variety. Even if you're going directly to each of the suppliers, I can assure you, add the work, add the money you're going to pay, add the stress to it, you can't beat us on price.
My favorite spot in Adam&Eve, the leather section. The leather section is quite interesting. I mean, as you know, men have a lot of interest in leather, like how their briefcase looks, how they go to the office, how they travel, very critical, because it speaks volumes when you're traveling local and international. So I pay quite some attention to the leather goods. I love it.
My favorite department, I don't know, sometimes I think it's the dining area. Because I just, I'm just looking the colors. And then I go into the kitchen area and I'm thinking, oh my, maybe that.
Each year, we've been encouraged by people's comments, of course, I remember Oye Odukale is probably one of our greatest encouragers. He will buy gifts for people from us. He's always ordering one gift or the other. He's been with us all through the 19 years.
Naturally, over the last 19 years, we need to thank everyone who's gone through our door, right from staff to customers to suppliers to subcontractors to contractors.
You only live once, leave it. Come and experience the spirit of Adam&Eve, and you'll understand that life is not that serious.
19 years down the line, I think God has been merciful, and His strides have been enormous.